I chose the scene where Edward is up on the ladder sculpting this ice sculpture for Christmas, and Kim walks out of the house and sees him doing this and just starts dancing joyfully to the music that they play. And then Jim walks in and sees this and abruptly stops this whole thing, and Edward accidentally cuts Kim's hand. This scene is a very important turning point in the movie because of the way that they view Edward. It completely changes here. Whereas he was before accepted by the society, the community, he is now cast out, and they regard him completely differently after this scene. So, the socio-cultural aspects of this include the confinement of the yard with the fence, the closeness of the houses, which exemplify suburban life in the 1990s, and also the gender roles shown by Kim and her boyfriend back in this patriarchal society when guys had to protect girls, girls could not hold their own. Jim protects Kim from the danger that he perceives is Edward by turning all alpha male violent on him and getting him out of the way. And the director's intention with this, Tim Burton grew up in a suburban lifestyle, and he disliked it. So he used his knowledge and perception of it to show the viewers how he saw that it was not good, and how the people living in this lifestyle were kind of naive and ignorant of the rest of the world, and how it was important with the over-exaggeration of the closeness of everything and the smallness in relation to the big picture. Also, you could say that the director's intention for this scene in particular would be to make the audience feel for the characters, for Edward, who is portrayed as so helpless when Jim goes up to him and pushes him away, and so innocent and just angelic in a way, almost. And it really develops the characters with this scene and draws the viewers in for the rest of the movie. And to do that, a lot of different shots were used, such as low-angle shots whenever Edward was perched up on the ladder doing his art, cutting the sculpture. These low-angle shots showed Edward in a high position, which empowered him with how the society viewed him as sort of angelic and holy almost. But it wasn't the society specifically, it was Kim. Just her alone, the way she viewed him, was the most important. And that was the main point of that part of the scene. The slow, really long shots of Kim dancing to the music and the falling snow, or what looked like snow, from him cutting the ice sculpture, showed her pure happiness at the moment. It was like paradise, and this paradise was almost like a dream state, which was exemplified by the slowness of the shots and of her motion, and the whiteness of everything, and the fading between Kim and Edward. And then there were close-ups of Kim's face to Edward's face, and then Edward's hands to Kim's hands, connecting the two and showing their newfound trust and kind of relationship. And this dream state was abruptly cut short when Jim entered the scene. when the music stopped and the slow, long, peaceful shots stopped, were cut short quickly, and then they gave way to these short, quickly cut shots, and the whole mood of everything changed, and the dream was like woken from by Kim and Edward. The colors, as I mentioned, at the beginning everything was white. Kim's dress is white, showing her purity and innocence and protagonism. The snow is white, setting the scene for the purity and the happiness. Edward's shirt is white, setting him also as the protagonist. And this giant angel ice sculpture thing that he's carving is also white. Everything is nice and happy and clean and pure until Jim comes in. And Jim is wearing this black jacket and black pants, setting him as obviously the antagonist in this scene, and his anger and wildness is just exemplified by this black that he's wearing, showing him as the dark, ominous character. And the music also helps to show this dream state. This delicate ballet music is playing while Kim's dancing and Edward's cutting his sculpture. And this just adds to the beauty of the sculpture and the dancing, adds to the beauty of Kim and Edward themselves. And it's accentuated by the chimes and the soft voices in the song. But this music is cut short abruptly when the long, slow shots are cut short, when Jim enters the scene. And then this ominous, dark music, heavy with drums, starts playing. And you can tell that the mood is shifting, and this new dark, this dark tone is entering the scene, and this is all brought in by Jim. The dialogue sort of follows the music. When this light ballet song is playing, there is no dialogue. Kim and Edward aren't talking to each other, and it's like they don't need to talk to each other. They have this silent connection, this uninterrupted beauty, this dream state that I was mentioning. And then Jim comes in and interrupts it completely. And when he talks, everything he says is said fast and roughly and aggressively, because his character is aggressive at this point, and all he has on his mind is getting what he wants, getting rid of Edward, no matter what it takes. The characterization of Jim here is as this dark, angry, violent, aggressive, and very jealous person. And he walks towards Edward, pushing Edward, getting rid of Edward, and this violence that he uses is just disregarded, even though what he's saying himself, the reason he's trying to get rid of Edward is because of this accidental violence that Edward used on Kim. And though Jim's violence is completely on purpose and he knows that he's doing it, it's just disregarded. The characterization of Edward is as this innocent, angelic fellow that's just focused on his beauty and art of his sculpture, and the clear protagonist, along with Kim, whose joy and appreciation and wonder at what Edward is doing is just also setting her up as the protagonist, the innocent, pure one. So the importance of this whole scene is, as I said, the turning point. This changes Edward's sort of stance in the society. He's no longer their friend. He's no longer this new wonderful person. He's now a thing, a monster. He's done a monstrous thing in cutting Kim, no matter that it was on accident. And the community casts him away, and they don't want him there anymore. But that's not the only relationship that's changed. Kim is no longer interested in Jim. She gets rid of him for the way he's treating Edward, and she's finally accepting Edward for who he is, and she's finally thinking this relationship with Edward, she's finally appreciating him and showing her love for him, really, that she's never shown before that clearly in the whole movie. So this switch up of relationships between all of the major characters is very important and sets the scene for the whole rest of the movie.